everybody claims to be a trainer for people, but not very many people have taken upon themselves to help
Yeah,
a
dog.
dog. Can you tell me a little bit about Squishy and how um, she came into your
Yeah,
life?
she.
How she
Yeah,
came into your
yeah, yeah.
life, and I know it was a dog that was overweight at the time when you got her. I think it was a year or so back, maybe a little longer.
Yeah,
Um,
year and a half, I think
yeah, tell
now.
me a little bit
Yeah.
about that story because for those of you who don't know, Squishy's now like looking like she's 9 weeks out of the Olympia, getting ready to get shredded here. But all jokes aside, it's no joke that you've put a dog through a very similar sort of structure where you tried to understand what she could do and then
Mhm.
built her up on that, and now she's a much healthier dog today, and I think a lot more loving bonding with between the two of you. I love seeing that. I think it's so natural and just amazing. Tell me a little bit about that story.
So here's a story. I mean, it's almost like a combination of luck and just pure chance. So it was a time where I was single
Mm.
and I just felt like I wanted a companion. So that's where I got the idea of like, maybe it's time to get a dog.
I thought that
Um,
when I was in the Bay Area, it can get very lonely
yeah,
out there. Surprisingly, well, even though it's a very popular, busy city, everybody's so
yeah,
focused, narrow focused on what they're doing. It's hard to
yeah.
feel like you have a real connection and get that love.
Exactly. So I was like, I want a friend.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it started. The situation was like, well, is it realistic for me to get this friend? Like, obviously, you have to walk dogs, you have to feed them, you have to take care of them. So I was like, well, you know what? I built my business enough where I live right above the gym, so I could run up, spend time with them. But at the same time, I know I don't have enough attention that I can give for a puppy, right? I can't raise a puppy. That's too much responsibility. I don't want to take away that much time from my business. So I was like, you know what? One of my clients referred me to a place where they only have old dogs,
Hmm.
senior dogs. So I was like, that's a good option because senior dog doesn't require that as much attention as a puppy. A place called Muttville in San Francisco. I would highly recommend it if you're looking to adopt a senior dog. But basically, what I did was one day I didn't look at their website, didn't look at any of their available dogs or anything. I said, you know what? Let me just go and see. Let me just see what this is about. I've never had a dog. I've lived with some dogs, so I kind of know the pattern of how to take care of them. But I've never had one. So I went in, and basically what it is, it's really just a very simple setup. There's a big room, maybe 40 dogs or so are running around. Some are injured. Some are, this is a senior adoption
Yeah,
center.
these are
So
seasoned
obviously,
dogs.
exactly. Yeah. Some of them come here because they got abandoned. Some of them come here because they got too injured. Some of them because their owner passed away.
Mm.
There's just, there's all kinds of dogs in there. Immediately when I walk in this room, all these dogs, they come and meet you. They want to see, you're a new person in their room. So they just come and meet you. And so a lot of these dogs ran over. I petted them. Oh, wow. So cute. So cute. And then this really like fat one comes over, this super fat dog. She's like the last one, but she's like, you can tell she wants to say hi. And so she comes over and and I tell the staff, I'm like, why is this dog so big? Like, has she been eating all the food? Like eating all these other dogs' food? Cause like all the other dogs, they were like pretty skinny, right? They were like, oh no, they just laughed it off. And so I petted her for a bit, but there's like all these other dogs too. So I'm like, I want to go meet all the dogs just to see who's the best match. And so I went around to each corner of the room, met all the dogs. Some were sleeping, just pet them a little bit. And this fat dog just kept following me everywhere. She was the only one. She was the only one who followed me at
She
every
knew,
place I
man.
went.
She knew who she met the one.
She knew. And I was like, dude, this dog is so fat. And there were some other people that were looking to adopt too, this other
Yeah.
couple. And I was like laughing with them, like, dude, this dog is like so fat. And I thought it was cute. And I kept rubbing her belly because she would just walk up to me, lay down and like on her
Rub
back and just
me.
like, yeah, rub my belly. And so I rubbed her. And so originally I was like, this dog seems like a good fit. Can I is she available? And at the time, so I was told no. So the first
Mm.
I was told no. That Muttville was hosting an event that night called like prom to raise money as a fundraiser. And she was supposed to be in that event.
Mm.
And so they were like, no, you would have to come back tomorrow. But tomorrow, the next day, I had a whole bunch of clients lined up. So I said, oh man, I'm just going to have to come back next week and see if she's available then. Because really, she was the only one that was following me around. I was like, I would love to take her home, but I'll have to wait till next week. And I was like, she's probably gonna be gone next week. These dogs, they're in and out pretty quick. And I was like, you know what? I love this dog so much. Let me just take her for a walk because you can sample a walk. So I was like, I'll just take her for a walk just to spend some time with her, and then I'll go about my way. So we went on our first walk, and I still had that video up on my Instagram. If you go to my highlights, that first walk, I just happened to take a photo of her. And then we went back, and this was like, at this point I had spent around 45 minutes meeting the dogs and walking her and things like that. So the lead person came in, the person that's in charge of Mudville, and I was like, and I had been spending so much time petting her that she was like, I was like, I was told, she was like, oh, how are you liking everything? And I was like, oh, I love this dog right here, but I know that she's not available. And then she was like, what? I think she is available. And so she went to the back to check it out. And then I think they just rearranged some stuff. And she was like, no, okay, she's available. Like you can take her. I was like, oh, great. So that's how it happened. And then I took her home. And one of the first things that I ran into was like, so Mudville's like, maybe like a 10-minute drive in the city. And so we got outside, and I was like, wait, how am I supposed to take you home? Like, I'm outside Mudville, and I'm like, wait. I have like no supplies. I have no dog bed. I have no dog bowls. I have no dog food, because I just
Wow.
went to check it out. And I was like, how am I going to take you home? So then the first thing I had to do was like call an Uber and get her in the Uber. And that was like I was like so worried, because she's so big, and I know I can lift her, but like I want to be really careful. Like, I don't know if she has some sort of, I don't know. I don't know. Like, she maybe break her back if I pick her up the
Yeah,
wrong
yeah,
way.
for sure.
So I remember the first time I was like, all right, man, like really scooped her up, and I was just like so careful. But we got her in the car, and right after I took her home, I ran to Target and I bought, a little simple dog bed and some dog food and the dog bowl. And that's how it started. And then we were like, hey, you're an overweight dog. Like, let's like,
To put you on a program.
yeah, let's go. Like, you